Hi everyone, it's Chris Duffy from battlesteads observatory. In the news over the last week or so, there's been a lot of excitement among astronomers because a new star's been discovered. A star we call a nova. And a nova is when a star that might be too far away or too dim for us to be easily seen suddenly gets very much brighter, and therefore becomes like a new star in the sky. Most of them are caused when two stars that are close together, called a binary system, the gravitational pull of one star drags a lot of material off the other, and that gathers on the surface of the star, causing a lot of heat, and you get what essentially is a very massive nuclear explosion, which makes the star really bright. And that's appeared in the sky. One of these novas has appeared in the sky in the last few days. Now, at the moment, it's probably not bright enough to see with the naked eye. There's a possibility you might get it if you live in a very dark sky location and you've got very good eyesight, but it will be visible in binoculars as just simply as a star. And if you want to know where it is, it's currently in the constellation of Cassiopeia, and you'll find that if you look north. The W of Cassiopeia is quite an easy constellation to find, and it's next to another constellation called Cepheus, which is looks a bit like a house on this diagram, the way they've joined the dots of the stars together. But that's the location of the nova, and if you want to go, you should be able to find it with a pair of binoculars. I'll just show you a zoomed in image of it. This screenshot was taken from a piece of software called Stellarium, and you can see there it's labelled Nova Cassiopeia 2021. And it's quite close to a very famous Messier object, Messier 52, which is the open cluster you can see at the top of the picture. It's also near a famous nebula called the Bubble Nebula that you can see at the bottom of the picture, although I would stress you probably can't see that visually in a telescope. It's something that only becomes visible with long exposure photography. Anyway, a few nights ago, one of our astronomers, Stuart Murray, with his equipment, took a picture of the nova. And there it is. You can see with the yellow arrow pointing to the nova. So you can see it's nice and bright, and it's quite near the cluster there. But we wanted to be sure that we have the right star, and how can we actually be sure that it is a nova? How can you believe people who are saying this is a new star? So we had a look through our records, and this is an image of the same region of the sky that I personally took back in 2017. Now, on this image, you can't see the nova, it's not there. I'm going to put an arrow on. This is where it would be in this image, because the scale and the framing is slightly different, but that's where the nova is. There's a very little faint star there, which is possibly the nova, but that's where the nova would be. So what we have done is we have combined the two images. Now, it took a bit of work in Photoshop because the images were a different scale. They were taken with different cameras on different telescopes, so they weren't at the same scale, but we were able to adjust those scales using Photoshop. And what we've got are two very similar looking pictures, one with the star and one without. So here is Stuart's picture with the star in it, and there is my picture without the star in it, and you can see the star is appearing as a new star. Finally, what we did with this image is we converted the two images into a single GIF file, and this is what we have at the end. So that's how we can be absolutely certain that, one, this is a new star, wasn't there in 2017, and we've successfully photographed the correct object. Thanks very much for listening to this. Good luck if you want to go out and find the nova for yourselves. As I said, look to the north near the constellation of Cassiopeia. Thank you very much.